Shine here, doing a video on the thing that has taken over the internet, the thing that has everyone and their mom flipping out, Bowsette. And you're probably wondering to yourself, to the uninitiated, to the people who have somehow not heard of Bowsette, or somehow have been away, have been disconnected from the internet for a month, or just have been disconnected, which to that I say, how? How are you disconnected from the internet? Like, how have you not seen this? If you haven't seen it, then I don't even know, man. Like, that's impossible. Like, every YouTuber's making a video on it. I'm making a video on it. Heck, if I'm making a video on it, then you know it's everywhere. But to start off, yes, you're probably wondering, why is there a Princess Peach that looks like Bowser? It's like, we can explain. But for me to explain, you gotta go back a couple days. So we're going back to the 13th of September, where Nintendo released a Direct. Now, this Direct was originally supposed to come out on the 9th, but it was rescheduled due to the fact that Japan had an earthquake that really that kind of devastated the place for a bit. So this Direct was rescheduled. So on the 13th. So on the 13th, Nintendo showed off, the usual games. Oh look, we got the Smash Brothers. We got Smash Brothers. We got all that stuff. But one thing in particular that really set the internet ablaze was the new Super Mario U, I think it was, Switch port, where Nintendo added a new feature for Toadette. So apparently, whenever Toadette touches this mushroom crown, she will turn into a creature known as Peachette, which kind of shocked and dismayed half the internet, because half the internet was just like, what is this thing? We're like, wait, it just made people ask questions like, is Princess Peach a toad? Is Toadette the final form of, is Toad the starter version, or Toadette the starter version of Princess Peach? Did Princess Peach evolve from Toad? It's like all these questions started coming out after this, because people were just like, people were confused. People were like, what is this? People were like, everyone was just like, what is this? But out of the chaos, one Twitter user, which I'll leave his name right here, created a comic strip which literally started this all. Now, in this comic strip, it basically plays out the scene from the end of Super Mario Brothers Odyssey, which I have not played on the Switch, where Princess Peach apparently rejected both Mario and Bowser. Which, if that was a spoiler, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I didn't play the game, and that's kind of a spoiler for me. Which, dang, that kind of sucks. But apparently, they both were rejected, and then Bowser rips out this mysterious crown which Toadette used. So Bowser puts it on, and then boom, he turns into Peachette or Bowsette. Sorry, he turns into Bowsette. So this comic strip, which I'll leave the artist and the link to Twitter and to the tweet in the description, so you can look at it for yourself. But this is what started this Bowsette renaissance, as I would like to refer to it as a renaissance. Which I call it a renaissance because, to be perfectly honest, the concept of a Princess Peach with horns that looks like Bowser isn't necessarily new, because it's kind of been on the like literally, this is the internet. People have been turning characters, switching characters, genders around, adding parts of characters, combining characters. It's not a new thing. If you're on here acting like this is a new thing, I'm wondering, like, are you a normie? Have you not been on the internet long enough? Because I mean, heck, the internet literally, like, it's not a new thing to take a character and turn it like an animal character, turn it into a human, or take a character and change the gender. It's not new. This, like, the internet's been doing this for years. Now, to some people, I will agree, it is too much. I still like the fan art, but it's too much. Like, it is bombarding everything, and I can understand people's understanding. I can understand that some people are upset. But what I can't understand is people calling people retards for making it. It's like, don't call someone a retard for making it. Like, what? You just... And then I actually heard some people in the Sonic community, some Sonic people were like, oh my god, this is worse than... Like, I heard some people say this is worse than the Sonic community, and to that I say, you as a normie, you don't know nothing about the Sonic community. Again, literally, if you look up anything at the Sonic community, this is worse than the Sonic community, someone said. And I was just like, this is worse than the Sonic community. Are you kidding me? This is worse than the Sonic community. I think y'all have issues. I think you need to get your eyes checked, my friend. My friend, you gotta get your eyes checked. But honestly, this is not a new concept. If you know anything about the internet, you know the internet has a couple of certain sites. We have Rule 34 and we have Rule 69. Rule 69, I think it was, or 64. I think 69. Rule 69 or whatever it is. It basically, there's a rule on the internet where you can change. Basically, it's like a sub site where people change the gender of characters. You know, characters are usually male or female, and characters are usually female or male on this. In this rule, so basically, it just changes the gender of characters. So it's not a new concept. Like, the internet has been doing it forever. The internet's been doing it forever, and people are always like, "Oh, well, this is another." It's also part of. People think it's part of another sub fetish called transformation kin, which I don't like transformation kin. I don't like that one. People. Literally, if you look here, if you've been on the internet long enough, long as I have, you know these things, and you really wish you didn't know these things. Again, DeviantArt is the worst place on the internet. I will confirm, DeviantArt is the worst place on the internet. Now, this himself, which people are already drawing the fat Bowser Peach, and like it's already been ruined. It's like the thing about it is it's already been kind of ruined by the normies. The normies have already kind of ruined it, so it's gonna die eventually. Like it's gonna die down eventually. Now, before it dies, I really want someone to make a ROM hack where we get to fight Bowsette. Like, come on, someone do it. Like, someone already made the sprite. I just need someone to do it or make models of it. Like, we look here. It needs to go a little bit further, and then it'll be allowed to die. So that being said, like I said, the Princess Peach with horns or Princess Peach that looks like Bowser is not a new concept. It's been on the internet for years. Literally years. Literally like 9 months ago, someone actually drew something similar to this. Not exactly, but similar. So, my final thoughts on it. What do I think? And also, I will be leaving a link, like I said earlier, I will be leaving a link to the dude, and I want you to give the dude a like. It's a good comic. It's not really new. When I saw it, I thought it was funny. It's pretty funny. Now, allegedly, people, allegedly for some people, that apparently, by the time that, allegedly, this Bowsette thing raised Nintendo's stock, apparently. Allegedly. I cannot confirm or deny this. People were saying that this happened because of Bowsette, which, I mean, if that's the case, that's hilarious. Now people are like, will Nintendo ever acknowledge this? No, they will never acknowledge this. You know why? Because there's too much. Literally, if we wanted them to acknowledge this, first thing is we kind of should have hid a little bit of the not safe for work fan art for a bit. We should have hid that, so then Nintendo could have added it, and then y'all should have memed it and then made not safe for work fan art. Because then we could have got it in a game, which would have been funny if they added it to a game, like an alternate costume for Princess Peach, like Princess Peach turns into Bowser. Like I think the concept should have worked better, more like Princess Peach turning into Bowser than Bowser turning into Princess Peach. Which, to be fair, that concept where Princess Peach turns into a Bowser-like creature already kind of exists. This is just the other way around. More like Bowser turning into Princess Peach. Like to be fair, the concept has gone both ways. Like, but the original concept was but the concept that the dude on Twitter made is basically Bowser turning into Princess Peach. So Bowsette, if you want to think about that, which some people are thinking about it like this, like, oh well, you're really just interested in guys, so that makes you gay. And I'm just like, y'all thinking too much into this. It's like, dude, rule 69 or rule 63 is our. I think it's rule 63. I think I said it right. I said 69. I said 69. That's not even the right one. I think it's rule 63. I think I said it wrong. Basically, the rule where you can turn a male character to a female character or a female character to a male. It's been around the internet forever. Like, literally, we made a female Goku. Like, literally, just look on anywhere. People have done it for years. It's not a new concept. It's not new, and it's funny. It's fun. It's funny. Has it gone too far? Yeah, there's a little bit too much fan art. There's too much of it. People are drawing a little too much. But hey, it's not just Bowser that people are doing this to. See, Bowsette was just the beginning. See, now they're doing it to King Boo. They're doing it to the chain ball things from Mario. Like, it's evolving again. Like, it's just gonna go the whole 9 yards. Heck, I've even seen some Mario stuff too. It's like, look, it's going the whole 9 yards. It's funny. I think it's hilarious. I think it's funny. And there's some quality artists drawing some quality stuff, which I would link that, but Jesus Christ, that stuff, like, YouTube would kick my butt over that. YouTube would kick my butt over this. I can't even show half this stuff. Like, that's the only reason I'm showing this dude's art. I can't even show half the stuff. Like, if I show it, YouTube's gonna shut my channel down fast. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it. You know, I think it's cool. I think it's hilarious. Is there too much? Yeah, maybe people should slow down a bit. Is it gonna die anytime soon? It may die soon, or it may go. It may be like a snowball effect. It'll become a snowball effect. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will increase. Maybe it will decrease. Maybe Nintendo will acknowledge it. Probably not. Nintendo probably will never acknowledge this. But that's basically it, and that's all I have to say on the matter. You know, I think it's cool. I leave a link to the guy who created this, who created Bowsette. But one thing I should keep in mind is the original concept of a Bowser Princess Peach, or a Princess Peach that looks like a Bowser, kind of a Princess Peach that transforms into a Bowser or something like that, is kind of already existing on the internet. It's not a new concept. Again, Rule 63. It's not new. It's not a new thing. It's just the natural progression of the internet. If you're shocked, I mean, are you a normie? Like, it's just a natural progression of the internet. But hey, this is Shine Zero signing out, and goodbye.